Hi, I'm Maciej Motyka, a bioinformatician from Ardigen. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to our new tool that we believe will greatly increase your everyday productivity. But first, let me briefly introduce Ardigen. Ardigen is officially recognized as one of the 30 world leaders in AI in drug discovery. During our 6-year history, we have completed over 200 projects with more than 50 international clients, ranging geographically from the US, throughout Europe, to Singapore and New Zealand. Among our clients are 6 big pharma companies. We are a global, trustworthy partner in the era of AI. Our efforts at Ardigen can be divided into 2 categories. On one hand, we have the digital CRO, which offers general digital drug discovery services. It integrates our broad experience in life science, bioinformatics, data science, and software engineering to help biotech and pharma companies be data-driven and AI-driven. We call it the digital transformation. On the other hand, we have the specialized services, which are based on our proprietary advanced AI platforms. The goal here is to control the immune system, decode the microbiome, and advance biomedical imaging. We are tackling problems that are either too costly, both time and money-wise, or even impossible to solve with currently existing methods. Okay, now let's get back to our new tool. At Ardigen, we are thrilled to see the exponential rise in the amount of biological data being generated and the constant addition of new and better technologies. We are believers in big data and multi-omic profiling. Sadly, we have also seen how many of our clients struggle with navigating this ever-growing ocean of data. Instead of being the great enabler, it becomes a great divide. Resources are stored in multiple systems, often duplicated. Less popular datasets become forgotten. Different teams live on separate technological islands, using only the resources they are familiar with, and thus not being able to effectively collaborate. We believe that the correct answer to the question here is A. More insights without the associated problems. So we propose a solution. A single home for your in-house data and relevant public resources. A platform that is useful for all your teams and for everyone in the team, regardless of their bioinformatics skills. A multi-omic explorer where all the diverse data types are intuitively organized and reachable through the browser. We want you to meet DataSailor. DataSailor is designed to neatly organize multi-omic data and encourage its exploration. It makes finding and visualizing relevant data a no-brainer, so you can use the precious brain power to generate and test ideas. Okay, let's jump on board the DataSailor and see it in action. First, let's quickly see how the data is organized, and later I'll show you how to analyze and visualize it. DataSailor organizes experimental results in a natural hierarchical manner. So you start with studies or experiments that generate observation measurements for some samples. Those samples are grouped into sample sets. Lastly, you have comparisons, which store information about the difference between the sample sets. For example, results of differential expression analysis. Depending on the technologies that you use, you might see additional sections here. This particular demo instance has bulk RNA-seq data only, so you can see that we have info about genes and gene sets. But if, for example, you included metabolomic or proteomic data, you will additionally see info about metabolites and proteins here as well. Let's see what's inside the genes data view. By default, we display 20,000 human protein coding genes, but you can easily find mouse short nuclear RNAs, for example, using those filters. Let's type Vim in the search bar to get information about vimentin gene. We got 3 hits for this query. All the tables in DataSailor are being able to be sorted by each column. and also you can easily export it to CSV or TSV file for further downstream analysis or sharing with colleagues. Let's go into the Vimentin details. As you can see, you've got plenty of information about the transcripts and the genomic location, mouse and rat orthologs in this case. You can also quickly find the gene sets that this particular gene is a member of. Again, use those search bars and context-specific filters to nail down the exact gene sets that you might be interested in. And lastly, you've got the link outs to external resources. We can, for example, take a look at the cell type specific expression in Human Protein Atlas. All the data types in DataSailor are linked together wherever possible. So, for example, you can directly go to this particular gene set without the need to find it de novo, let's say. So let's see if Vimentin is inside those 2000 genes in this gene set, and it is. And you could go back to the Vimentin gene detail view from here. Okay, now that you're familiar with how DataSailor stores data, let's get some insights from the data. The workflows tab here is where you'll find analysis scenarios that you use most often. These can be common use cases that we supply for each omic type, but more importantly, you can add your own custom workflows. Let's go through one example. Let's say we want to find info about expression of and differential expression of some cytokine suppressor genes from the SOX family that are responsible for controlling response to bacterial infections, and we'd like to know whether they are differentially regulated in, for example, sepsis. So we'll use a study from public domain where they profiled the transcriptome from blood samples in humans with certain diseases and compared them to controlled samples without the disease. Right now we're looking for the sample sets from this particular study. We found 42. Let's order them by cell type, and here we are only interested in the whole blood samples. Okay, let's run the analysis, and we'll be greeted by the expression box plots, as you can see, those can be easily modified to display different units. You can also hover to get more information and order it. All the plots in the DataSailor have similar capabilities for customization. But maybe let's skip to the next visualization, the heat maps. This is for expression. Let's swap the axis. Okay, you can see very high expression of the SOX3 in sepsis. But what we are really interested in is the differential expression. So let's go down. Again, we've got a heat map. I'm gonna swap the axis for you. Use this chart customization feature to increase the label sizes so you can more easily see what's being shown. Okay, it's clear from this picture that the sepsis versus control group contrast has the highest amount of either down or up regulation. We will go to the adjusted p-values and set the threshold so we only see the significant cases, and voila, you can very quickly observe that that indeed in sepsis this family of genes tends to be differentially expressed. Okay, what you can do with this picture is to further customize it. For example, increase the title size and change the title. And once you're happy with it, just click this button here and it will be downloaded as a PNG file, so you can embed it into a report or maybe a publication that you're preparing. This chart customization options are available for all of the visualizations, regardless of the type. Okay, let's get back to our homepage. Another important feature that I wanted to mention is the API. The DataSailor web app, as you have seen, is easily extensible and can accommodate your most often performed workflows. But of course, there are hundreds of specialized bioinformatics tools, and bioinformaticians and data scientists are making custom reports every day and writing scripts for big data crunching. DataSailor is not meant to replace all of this, but it can still help in all those scenarios by giving you a single access point to all of your data. So DataSailor is equipped with a powerful and extensive API that allows for efficient programmatic data access. So this way DataSailor can become the cornerstone of your software ecosystem. You can see all the relevant endpoints here. The last thing that I want to mention, but certainly not the least important, is the support page. That ships with very easy editor, so you can quickly add and documentation for new and existing features, both text as also pictures and video content. So your users don't have to figure out themselves how to use all of the features that DataSailor has or that you have added. Okay, that wraps up the live demo. The amount of biological data is going to grow at ever increasing speed. Whoever embraces it will make great discoveries. In the past, explorers crossed oceans. Today, the oceans are made of data. DataSailor is just one of the products that enable digital transformation. Ardigen's digital CRO has worked with clients of all sizes, from startups to big pharma, and we have the know-how and tools to help you with your journey. Please reach out to one of our business developers to learn more. Thank you very much and have a great day.